Hi. One of the questions from Cora was, how long does it take to reach native language level? How long does it take to reach native language level? But I'm also being asked about how long does it take to be fluent. I don't know. I'm guessing it's different for everyone. I really hate it when people say, "Oh, it should take you a month or 3 months or a year or something like that," because what happens is that if you find it harder than that, then somehow it's just too easy to give up. It's too hard to learn a language and keep the momentum going, that if you have anything that discourages you, then it's just too easy to give up. So I don't think people have very clearly said what it looks like as the end point about being fluent or a native speaker. Clearly, if you're living in an English speaking country and only speaking English, then you will build up your vocabulary. But there are different levels of native English speaker, and it's, what level are you aiming for? Are you aiming for native English speaker level from somebody that left school at 16? Because they're going to have a very different vocabulary to somebody who went to university. And the chances are, especially if they've studied English, if they've done even more studies at university and they've studied English, then they're going to have an even greater vocabulary still. I mean, there's a website I'm always recommending called testyourvocab.com. And again, at least that says a starting point, but it also says at which point they feel it's about the 10,000 words point, where after that you really need to be in an English speaking country, and the test goes up to 40,000 words. Excuse me, but I'm not at 40,000 words. I've been to university, but I'm not at 40,000 words. So you really need to have an idea of some context. It's very easy to say, "Oh, a native English speaker, I want to be like a native English speaker." And then what a lot of people do is they look at somebody on the television and they say, like, that person. It's like, that person went to university. That person has had 30 years experience speaking on television. That person has professional training for speaking impromptu. That person is not your average native English speaker. So to try and get some context with that, I think one of the issues is about feeling that you're making progress. And that's something completely different. I'll do another video about feeling that you're making progress, because I can understand that you would want to know, how long does it take to be like a native speaker? If you feel like, "Oh, I'm doing this every day and I'm getting nowhere." The one number I did want to mention is that I was reading something about being bilingual, and they said that if you want to keep the language current, so you've already learnt the language but you just want to keep it excellent, you need to be doing 25 hours a week. 25 hours a week. I don't know about you. We were looking at it to... My husband's half Spanish, and when we were raising our daughter, we said, do we speak Spanish and English in the home? But it was, when we started looking at the numbers, we say, we can't do 25 hours English and 25 hours Spanish, and obviously the school and different things like that. So we had to adjust our expectations of, we knew that we were not going to do that number of hours with her, and that's just to keep it fluent. That's not to learn it, that's to keep it at that high level. So I hope that gives you some ideas, but I will do another video right now about progress and then the different ways that you can manage progress. But I hope you start looking at yourself a bit more kindly, and it's fine to take as long as it takes, as long as you're enjoying it. Like I say, you feel like you're making progress. Take care. Bye.